Now he's going to do some direct coaching with me. I'm going to teach him to print fucking money.
This month, 16 apps for 24K, 23K issue paid tomorrow. That should
Halfway
all
through the
go up.
month.
And it's the 14th.
What is up? How's everybody doing? Hope y'all are good. Someone type or give me thumbs up that y'all can hear me, please. Make sure all this shit's working over here. Thank you. What's up, everybody? I got to see a lot of people in here today. Miriam, what's up? Let's see. I saw some other Tab. I saw you in here. Jamal, what's up, dude? All good. Look forward to seeing you in a few days. Excited to have you out. I'm looking. I got two screens here, so I promise I'll look at you guys in a minute. Cool. Tons of people. We got a bunch of stuff I'm going to go over today. I'm going to open it up also in a little while for some Q&A stuff. Depending on who's on here, I might have a couple people on to chat as well, share some stuff. Certainly would love to y'all to type in where y'all are watching from, because I have no idea where most of y'all live, but I love to kind of figure it out and know where everybody's coming in from. We're starting to get people following from all over the damn place, which is cool. So I suppose I'm doing halfway decent things for folks, helping people get paid. And it's crazy watching this thing. So some of y'all out there trying to build and work on your agency and build your brand, it's like, just keep going at the thing. This thing happens in hyper speed. Some of y'all have been following me for a long time, have watched some of this stuff. But as we start to do more and just give away tons of stuff, it's wild the opportunities that are coming to us, the amount of people that reach out literally every day today for help and coaching and consulting has been really fun. And I can remember early on where no one would listen to shit I said ever. I would like talk and people would leave, and you know what I mean? Like no one wanted to do anything. And I know some of y'all feel that way. I know some of y'all, I've talked to a ton of people this week directly. I've had like 20 calls in the last 2 days from people reaching out from the school group. If you haven't gotten there yet, feel free to join it. I think Amanda made a link now. She'll probably put it in here because she's fucking smart as shit. But I think we made it to where you can go johnwetmore.com/school and it brings you to the school group. If you don't know what it is, check it out. But it's a community that I'm actually going to be in there answering questions personally. I'll be engaged. I hate Facebook groups because people are assholes. So I'm putting together a school group that I can control. And if you're an asshole, you just get kicked out. So none of y'all are, which I appreciate. But I do enjoy it. We're putting a lot of free content in there. We're putting tons of stuff. And if you have questions, like, don't be shy in there. I don't want to have a group where everybody just stares at it and no one does anything and no one interacts and no one asks questions. Like, don't be shy. I was talking to, I don't know if JY and them are on here. I can't see everybody because there's too many people and I only get so many on my screen. What's up, Anika? But he was like, him and I had a call earlier. If you don't know JY, the insurance guy, is a health insurance beast. Some of y'all know him, some of y'all don't. But good buddy of mine as well. Him and I have been getting to know each other a little bit more lately. But he was like, he tells me today, man, he goes, he's giving me an example. He could probably tell the story better because it's his story. But he was like, it's wild what can happen when you just ask people that have the information that you want. If you just ask them, it's wild how often you'll just get the answer. And so many people hesitate to just ask. You know, and we make ourselves available like crazy. The school group's been there. Some people are certainly engaging, but 99% of people don't ask shit in there. You know, and I actually want to help people win. There's a couple people on here that that don't even know it yet, but I'm gonna bring on to talk about some stuff. I help a lot of strangers figure out how to make money, and we get some of the coolest stories back, which is why I keep doing this. So gonna share some things here. We have a ton of shit coming up. Amanda's going to share the next couple events we have coming up. There's a Zoom. We'll do this again next month. I don't know the date because she runs my world. She just picks it based on my calendar. Some of y'all have seen my travel schedule coming up. I've shared it a little bit. I have 11 trips, Amanda, 11 trips in the next 8 weeks, like on a flight. On top of everything else we're doing. So when I talk about like the shit I believe in, like getting shit done and doing more, I live this. And they're not 12 vacations, I promise. It's the mostly speaking engagements. There's a few trainings I'm going to do. I am going to hike a crazy mountain next week. I've shared that with people. I'm doing that 29029. For those that don't know, the short version is I'm hiking this mountain. It's 4 miles in distance up and it's 4,000 feet in elevation. and I have to hike it 8 times. I have 36 hours to hike it 8 times. So it's almost 32 miles hiking. I have 36 hours to do it. And the concept of it is hiking till you get to the equivalent of Mount Everest. It's called 29029. Jesse Itzler runs it. I'm a big fan of his. He does endurance stuff. He does crazy stuff. If you don't know him, you should follow him. He's a badass, just on the planet, but super nice guy. And he puts this together. And I like challenging myself. I like pushing myself. I like stretching my vision. I like doing very hard things. I'm someone who does hard things. I finish hard things. And that's just one of the crazy. I ran a marathon earlier this year, and I'm not a runner at all. But those of you that follow me for a while have seen me do that. And I just say that because, like, I want y'all to push yourselves too. You know, I was talking to a guy. I'm old, right? So I I have a shoulder problem because I work out a lot, and like my knees hurt and shit. And I'm going to physical therapy right now to like fix a shoulder problem I've ignored for 20 years. And the guy was talking to me about he talks to me about his goals. He's trying to grow his physical therapy practice, if you will. And so he learned a little bit about what I do, and he asked me a lot of questions, and he was talking about goals, and he's like, what do you think about like goals? I'm trying to get from this number to that number next year. I'll just tell you. He said, I'm trying to get from 300 grand. I want to make $1 million. And he got really hesitant about even saying the words that I want to make $1 million. He got his voice changed, his tonality changed. He got nervous saying it. And I'm like, cool. When do you want to make $1 million? And he's like, well, I mean, I think maybe 500 next year. And then I don't know, 3 to 5, or maybe, I don't know. And he got like really nervous about putting out there. And he goes, I try to be really realistic about my goals. And I'm like, well, why the fuck do you do that? Like your goals are only going to be things you currently believe today you can hit. You know what I mean? Like, why would you not put something that's uncomfortable out there, that seems hard to get, something you can chase? Like, I don't know how to hike a fucking mountain 32 miles. I've never done it. Even in my training, the most I've done, I think I shared it a few weeks ago, I did like 14 or something. I just know I'm not going to stop till I'm done. You know what I mean? And I'll be able to come off and you win a cool little red hat that says you did it. There's nothing in it. And it cost me probably just to hike it with 6 G's. Then I had to fly me, my wife, and Maddox there, and I have to stay there for 5 days. So I'm probably spending 15 grand to go hike a fucking mountain. You know what I mean? But it's a challenge for me. It's something hard I want to do. You know what I mean? And I'm very blessed that I get to do that and spend the money. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool because 10 years ago, I made like $800 in a month. You know what I mean? And some of y'all are afraid to put that stuff out there where you want to be. You know, and what I told this dude is like, why not have big goals? Why the hell not? And who define realistic for me? You know what I mean? I'm like, you decide what's realistic. The rest of the world, tell them to fuck off. If they don't think your goals are realistic, I'm sure a lot of y'all get shit for the things you're doing. Maybe you're not having success. Maybe people in your world are telling you this doesn't work, or you should quit, or you should get a real job, or that MLM thing you're doing, or all the stuff you hear. You know, I'm a big fan of telling people to fuck off nicely and politely. You know what I mean? But like, you know, I don't want to be on the news, and me and jail aren't meant for each other. So I'm not going to be too crazy, but like, I just don't give a shit what people think. And John Maxwell, if y'all haven't read his stuff, he's one of the best authors on leadership on the planet. He has this concept that he teaches on. It's the law of the lid. And Ed Milet, if you've ever heard him talk, he talks about it in relation to like a thermostat. Sometimes we have these visions, right? But we also internally think about what's realistic. And we start to get on the right track and start to go towards where things are going well, and we're starting to see some success. But deep down internally, we don't believe we're worthy of it, and we don't believe we can really get there. And we self-sabotage ourselves and bring ourselves back down to what we consider reality. You know? And I'm like, oh, hold on, my phone is like blowing up. I'm hoping that's not someone telling me. All right, thank you. I mean, I'll read it in a second, a minute. You know, we can tend to pull ourselves down to what we perceive as reality. Maxwell calls it the law of the lid, like you have a ceiling on yourself. You know, and I'm like, why don't we blow the ceiling wide open and go get what we really want? You know, Deanna, I have your note. I hope it's Deanna, not Deanna. I think you say Deanna, right? As I was walking down here, I like, y'all know I don't like prepare for these. I just scribbled like 4 notes right before I get down here. I just think about things throughout the week, and this is what I do for a living, so it's relatively easy to do. But I have your I would love, I kind of want you to unmute actually. Now that we're going to wing this thing, but I want to know a little bit. Don't be nervous. I don't bite. But I kind of want to, she sent me a DM and she was like, I had a pity party. Correct me anything I say wrong, but you were like, what'd you say? I hope you do like, is it like kicking the ass?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, I hope you do a locker room talk tomorrow
Yeah.
because I need to get my shit together before the end of the month so I can hit this crazy goal I set or target I set.
Yeah. Why wait till before the end of the month to get your shit together? Why don't you wait till like the end of this call and get your shit together?
Yes, that works.
You know what I mean? Like just cut it out. Right. And you were like, I had a pity party with myself.
Uh-huh.
Right. And I'm like, I start thinking about this stuff and it's like, why do we do that? You know, like, why did you have a pity party? Why do you think? Or what was it about? I'm curious.
I guess if it was just me isolated, I wouldn't really have to have a pity party. But I think it's because in my mind, I was already starting to kind of make excuses. I mean, I'm going to be super honest because, yeah, I need some feedback. So I was kind of like, oh, I haven't been feeling well. I think I have strep throat, like all these things. And then I had people that didn't show up on the calls yesterday, lots of no-shows, had like 10 appointments on the books. Then in my mind, I hear you say do more. Should have had more, should have double booked them. So I didn't have the no-shows. So just a little kind of like, wah, what am I going to do? It's the middle of the month. I should be at the halfway point and I'm not. And so just kind of kicking myself.
Do you expect every day? Are you the one that Cody talked about that wanted to write $100,000 on IUL stuff today? I swear I heard him mention your name.
Yeah.
You weren't on that call either, were you? Today?
No.
Yeah, Cody, I was on a different call. And yeah, he thought
today. Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the affiliate thing.
Yes.
I thought I connected the right dots. It's like, my question to you is, do you expect to not have bad days ever again because you have a big goal?
Yeah, no. But maybe
you expect not to have any more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Because I need them to all be good days.
Do you think that's really fucking possible?
No.
So why do you put that burden on yourself? Quick break in the video. This is John Wetmore. Want to invite you to join my new school community. You will get access to tons of free sales training. There's a community of other insurance agents looking to win. We have hundreds of them already in there, where we're giving out answers to questions people have, coaching, guidance, tips on not only selling, but building, team stuff, leadership tips. And I'm personally in there responding to messages, putting out challenges, talking about our wins, our losses, our struggles, and sharing things that'll help you win as well. To join now, go to johnwetmore.com/school, which is SKOOL. The link is also below. Like, Maddox plays baseball. Can you imagine if he expected to never strike out? What would you tell him? He's 12.
You're definitely going to strike out. It's part of the process.
Okay. So if we know that for 12-year-olds, why do we not know that for ourselves?
Yeah.
In fact, Maddox's coach, he's playing for a new team now. He just switched teams. He had a higher quality team recruit him, which is cool. They reached out to us and asked us to try out for the team. And he went and tried out right after we left. We did this like Cooperstown tournament, little World Series type thing. He comes and tries out and, does his thing, whatever. And at the end, the coach starts explaining the process to the kids. And he's like, we're going to make decisions in the next 3 to 4 weeks. We're putting a team together. We really want to do some good things. And our goal is to help you make the high school team. Right. And he goes, so we'll keep you guys posted. We'll let you know. All good. We let him go off. Maddox comes off. He gets his shit. We're packing the chairs and the little fucking wagon you carry with all the crap in it and about to go home. One of the coaches runs up to me and is like, hey, we want to make Maddox an offer now. We want him on the team. You know what I mean? Like, but he had just said it's going to take 3 or 4 weeks. And they like bolted to have him on the team. So he was like, wait, what? Did they just, and he was out of his mind excited. He was lost. And like that was a win for him. But I'm like, dude, just because they gave you that doesn't mean you can show up on your high horse first day of practice like you're the fucking man. Like, you still have to outwork people. You still have to hustle. You better sprint to the outfield when they tell you out there. You better do. And I'm like, you have to do these things because every day is new. And my favorite thing about this coach last night, he says, they have the kids up and afterwards, and they talk to the parents. And he's like, hey, when we're out there, I just want to be really clear. We're going to coach these kids the way we want them to play the game. We don't want any feedback from the parents. So, like, when y'all are seeing a kid on the other team that can throw a nasty curveball, do not say to your kids, watch out for the curveball. We don't want that shit in their head. So you, as the parents, your job is to cheer them on and give only positive words out of your mouth.
Mm.
There's no negativity to come out. We don't want to hear it at all. And he's going through all the list of things that he expects of the kids, which is like, you got to put your glove down a certain way. He doesn't want them to leave water bottles on the floor in the dugout. He's like, I want you to respect the equipment. I want you to respect the game. We're going to pay attention to be insanely good at the little things. Right. And so they're teaching the kids to lead off and steal. And in his age group now, they're playing in 13U, which is 13 under for those that don't follow. He's 12 now, but they'll be on a 13. So you can be 13 and under and play on this team. And they move the bases back. So now from home to first last year, I think was like 60 feet. And now they moved it to 80. So to get to first base and to get to second base, 80 feet between bases now, which means the kids that could steal bases last year, like easy as shit, they got 20 more feet to go this year. So they're having to teach them differently. So they're teaching them to lead way off first base. Right. And most of the kids lead enough to where they believe they can get back to first. So if you think first base, they take like 2 or 3 steps. They teach them to take one big step, second big step, turn, and then shuffle twice. Some of y'all that know baseball know this shit. Right. But all the kids hesitate and they kind of sneak back to first because they're afraid to get thrown out. So every one of the kids was within like 5 feet of the bag. Now keep in mind, Maddox is 5'7". And when he puts his arms up, he's like 7'2". He could fall over and hit the base. He doesn't even have to run back. He doesn't have to die. He could literally fall over and land on the bag. And they're like, dude, you've got to get closer to second base. Trust yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Move the fuck over, dude. If you don't move closer to second, you're going to get thrown out every time. He says, I'd rather you get picked off trying to get back to first because your lead was too big than get thrown out at second because your lead wasn't enough.
Oh.
They want them to take risks.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? They want them to get out of their comfort zone. They're trying to stretch him because they have a fear of being thrown out. And some of y'all live that shit every day. You know what I mean? You're afraid to make moves. You're afraid to do things. You're afraid. It's like, why are we holding ourselves back? Right. And then we get done and he's talking to the parents, kind of reversing back to the initial start of the story. He's talking to the parents and he says, he tells us that they're going to make the kids swing the bat. Right. A lot of kids at this age, they try to walk. Like if the ball's not perfectly down the middle, they just don't swing at it because they're trying to like get 4 balls and get on base. And these coaches like want them to swing. And he goes, it's okay for the kids to swing and miss. I actually prefer it. If you're just going to sit and watch, I don't want you on the team. He's like, I'd rather you strike out swinging than fucking watching. And a lot of y'all are striking out watching. And that's what you do when you stay home and have a pity party.
Mm-hmm.
You're striking out. You know that. But you ain't striking out going at it.
Right.
You're literally striking out watching the ball go by you. It's like, what shot do you have to win doing that? You know what I mean? I had again, this is another, I'm old story. I'm getting older. I know there's some couple of people on here that are older than me, but when you're fucking almost 50, you start to feel really old and you can't do some of the shit you used to do. And I try to be like I'm 20 and I'm not. I had to do what's that thing I had, Amanda? I had a freaking colonoscopy on Monday. Right. And I don't know what that is. I was told to do one and I'm like, I don't really know the depth of it. I just think they're going to go like check my butt and send me home. I have no idea. Well, it's a whole fucking procedure and they like put you to sleep and I'm a nervous Nelly. I have fucking anxiety with stuff like that. I have no interest in laying in a hospital bed. I don't know if I'm going to feel it. I don't know. Dude, I'm stressed the fuck out. Steph couldn't take me. She had surgery recently. So she's unable to drive. So Amanda took me and I get there. And they give you, it's really cool. Anybody ever had one? Dude, they put you to sleep, and maybe other people have had this. The guy goes like, I roll over. So I had to roll on my left. Am I supposed to approve this thing? Oh yeah, hold on. Someone's asking to record shit. So he goes, roll over on your left side. I'm going to give you this whatever anesthesia shit, right? He puts a needle in the IV, and he goes, think about where you want to be, because in about 3 seconds you're going to be asleep. And he throws the thing in, and dude, I like slow blinked once, my whole body tingled, and I was gone. Instant. I was out. I don't remember nothing. I blinked. That's the last thing I remember. And then I remember them like waking me up in the other room going, all right, get dressed. We called Amanda. She's waiting out front. She's going to pick you up. I'm like, y'all are fucking done? You know? And I'm like, did I talk to the doctor? Because they said they were going to do all that. He's like, yeah, dude, you just had a conversation with him. I'm like, I'm slurring my words still. I don't even know what the fuck's happening. Right. So I leave there. Then I come to the office with Amanda. We go to lunch. So I go eat lunch, which my wife told me I wouldn't be able to go eat. But I'm like, I'm going in to fucking eat. So I go in, I eat. Then Amanda takes me to the office. We get in the office maybe 3 o'clock, Amanda, something like that. And I go carry like 3 boxes of, was it books? 3 boxes of something. I think it was like 3 heavy. I think it was our books. I can't remember. It's 3 boxes. Oh, it was waters.
No,
it was the waters.
water.
Yeah. So I carry, y'all know I drink these fucking waters because I'm crazy. I carry them everywhere. They're all over my office. So I had like, we were out at the office. So I brought some from my house, and I carry 3 waters in, and Amanda and Reese are like, you can't be carrying stuff. You just had a procedure. I'm like, I feel fucking good. And then some people are like, why are you at the office today? You had a colonoscopy. I'm like, okay, I got fucking shit to do. You know what I mean? And I came in and I worked till, I don't know what time I left, Amanda, and I worked all fucking night. I was calling fucking coaching leads. People, I've had like 150 people reach out to me this week to help them coaching stuff. I was personally fucking DMing and calling people till 9:30 at night, where most people would have just sat home because they had a colonoscopy and like boo-hooed about it. I'm like, dude, I just wasted 4 fucking hours at the doctor, and I was told now I know I need to do it for my health. So I did it. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm behind now. I got more stuff to do. You know what I mean? And I didn't let that be an excuse, but the entire world would have been okay if I was like, I just had a colonoscopy. I can't go to work. Everyone would be like, we got it. You good? Stay home. We got you. No, all good. Need me to tuck you in? Do you need some ginger ale? Do you need, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck y'all. I got shit to do. Leave me alone. But that's me. That doesn't have to be y'all. Does that make sense? But if you say you want stuff, which most people do, I'm like, when you get that opportunity, are you like chicken shit? You know what I mean? Are you taking a bigger lead, or are you going for what you want? And for me, I'm just going for what I want every day. You know what I mean? And so it's not that I don't think negative. Trust me, Amanda, fucking how often am I pissed off and foul and want to kill someone, and I want to like, it's daily. Fair? It's more days than it's not. Like y'all see her smile, and Lynn, someone knows about the Lynn, huh? Y'all got the book. I know a lot of people are learning a lot about me with the book. I appreciate y'all that are buying it. I had to sign like fucking 80 of them in the last day and a half. So it's doing well. I'm getting great feedback. So those of you that bought it, I certainly appreciate it. Those that don't know, it's here. It's the story. It's the playbook of how to make a shit ton of money. And it's got like really big words in it. So like it's a fast read, because I'm not that deep. My buddy texts me and he goes, I haven't read a book since Green Eggs and Ham. And I was like, cool, mine should be as quick to read. Just fucking read it. You know? So I think the feeling is normal, Deanna. It's normal. But when you give into it, if you're not okay with it, which sounds like you're not, or you wouldn't have asked, you're losing to yourself. You know what I mean? And I'm like, when I learned that most of the things I was whining about and holding myself back over and blaming external things for everything, you know what I mean? And reasoning why, like even in your initial, I don't remember exactly how you said it, I almost said something, but I wanted to let you go. Even in the initial, like, start of the story, you reasoned why you were there. It's like you're trying to give yourself validation that it's okay at the same time. But if that's not what you want, like our brain's crazy. It's smart. You can like fuck with yourself in good and bad ways. You can say, I want to be a zillionaire and do all these things and we'll do. And at the same time, that little voice in the back of your head can be like, nah, you just want to lay the fuck down and do nothing. But on the other side, it's like, nah, you said you do it. And you just got to like consciously and with complete and total effort, fight yourself a lot of days. And it doesn't go away. Just like striking out doesn't go away. I battle this bitch every day and I beat its fucking ass because I'm not going to lose to myself. But I sure as shit don't know how to make it stop. I don't know how to make the negative feelings go away. I don't know how to make the lack of belief in yourself. You know how many people give me shit for doing some of the stuff I do online and speaking to the industry and doing the things I do and the personal development, having a book and having merch and having like there's a lot of people who give me shit. And I very politely tell them to fuck off because I enjoy doing it and it helps people. And I just keep doing me. You know what I mean? But I have self-doubt on stuff. I wonder why the fuck I'm doing this and a bunch of y'all are watching. I'm like, why am I here? Why am I on this end? Some days I don't feel that I should be here either. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I have fucking done it. And I've taught a shit ton of people to print money in this business. You know what I mean? So I have to remind myself of that stuff too. You know, so my point is your feeling is normal. What I think you have to figure out is how bad do you want it? And are you willing to tell yourself, like, you don't know all this stuff I do. A lot of this is for myself, just to be clear. But y'all seeing this one? Can y'all see that?
I got
No.
that.
You got
Don't be
one?
a bitch.
I got
I
that.
love it.
Hey, I do have to clarify one thing. Back in the day,
Did
I would have
did
stayed
I
there
beat
all
you up
day.
too much?
Huh?
Did I beat you up too much?
No, heck no.
Okay,
I'm just
hold
saying
on,
I didn't.
hold on. I'll let
I
you. Hold on one
didn't-
second.
Okay.
Look. So this is the nice version.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get it in the camera. Can y'all see that? Let me straighten it. Hold on. Let me straighten this bitch out.
Oh, I want one.
There we go. Did I get it in there?
Now just pull it up.
So that's like
You have
the
it in
church
black?
mode. So that Amanda challenged me before 8%. She was like, because I really wanted to share what DBAB really means. And she's like, I think you should come up with a different acronym. Like I don't know how you worded it. So I'm going to make up words, Amanda. But that's nicer. You know what I mean? So I made up a talk and it does mean other stuff to me. Like I do believe this stuff, but like, this is what I really mean. And that's for me. If it applies to you, cool. But those words are how I speak to myself. You know what I mean? But you're welcome to clarify something if you want to.
No, I
don't-
was just saying, back in the day, I would have stayed there all day and maybe bled into another day.
Yeah.
But,
So it's
you know,
progress.
It was
progress.
it was
And
a couple of
hey,
hours of like, what can I do different?
at the same time, give yourself grace too.
Yeah.
Now, if you do that shit every day, some of y'all do it every day and you give yourself grace every day. I don't understand that language. Does that make sense? I'm not your guy. Most of y'all wouldn't follow me. You wouldn't be here if you didn't believe in the things I say. But it happens sometimes. Like, give yourself grace. It's okay.
Mhm.
You don't think I have a fucking pity party sometimes?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
try to not let it linger. I try to
Yes.
not let it carry. Same as, again, I teach Maddox. He has a bad day. He's really bad with golf, like in the mental space. So when he has a bad day at golf, or if he plays a bad hole, it's a wrap for the rest of the day. He's going to have 18 bad fucking holes,
Mhm.
you know, and he's going to be mad for 2 days. In baseball, he's only mad for like 30 minutes after the game. It goes away because he has confidence in himself. You know, so for me, I'm going to give myself the grace to be imperfect, but I'm just going to do my best to not drag it out. And most people drag this shit out. Dude, I talked to a guy this week, and if you're on here, I'd say I apologize, but I'm going to share the story part. And anyway, he's been having a pity party over like some very nominal debt for like, I think he said like 2.5 fucking years. He had an agent do some shitty stuff and he got hit with some debt and he's been dragging out 2.5 years. And I was like, dude, how much, if you weren't stuck in the mud over this, how much money would you have made versus what you have made? And the most he had made, I want to say it was like 200 grand or something like that. Like high hundreds is the most he had made ever in the industry. He's been in the industry for a long time, but he's at a point where it's down to like 60 or 80 or something like that. I'm roughly doing the numbers because I've had 500 phone calls this week, but he was off like 100 grand. So I'm like, you've cost yourself 200 grand being stuck on a $2,000 thing that pissed you off? He's like, no, it's probably double that because I'm actually like, wasn't even going at it that hard before. And I know I could go harder. I probably could have made $500,000. And I'm like, so a $2,000 thing is because you're having a pity party and mad and hesitant. And agents do that with leads all the time. You put $1,000 in leads and it doesn't give you a fucking 18,000% return in 6 minutes. You're like, lead vendor sucks. I'm like, I'm sorry. Maybe you suck. Maybe you had a bad day. Maybe it was off. Maybe you're off your game. Maybe you weren't intentional. Maybe your tone sucked. Maybe you were foul and they heard it in your voice. You know what I mean? Like there's other things. And for, again, the same thing with Maddox. When he tries to blame the umpire for a loss, I lose my shit on him. He's like, bad call though. I'm like, you allowed yourself to be in a position to where a bad call got you out. You know, if you had hit a home run the pitch before, there would have been no bad pitch. The bad call wouldn't have existed. It wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? And a lot of y'all are in some shitty financial situation. And you're blaming whatever you're blaming. And I'm like, you know, if you went out and did this shit the right way last year, you'd have fucking money today. Cut it out. Stop blaming all the shit you're blaming. It ain't working. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, you've blamed everything else. How's it feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel all happy inside because you found someone else to blame? Okay. Cool. It's their fault. I agree with you. Now what? You going to keep blaming them or you going to do something about it and make change? You know what I mean? It's like shit happens in business. Every business has headaches. The therapist today was like, if I want to scale, I mean, I have to figure out how to hire employees and train more people. And then there's HR issues. I'm like, bro, you know, that ain't unique to your company. Like we all have to deal with that shit, you know? And whatever you're going through ain't unique. All right, you got shit. I got shit. We all got shit. You know what I mean? It's like, but there's people out there winning with plenty of it. And so I think, you know, it's like you guys just got to believe in yourself a little bit more and understand it ain't necessarily going to happen tomorrow. You know, it's a very day to day. This thing is slow. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and be like, I made it. It just sort of happens slowly over time. And you start to see things like accelerate, like the things we're doing on the personal branding side and everything. I feel something I felt before. I'm starting to see some traction. I saw like 5, 6, 7 years ago in the insurance agency side. I'm like, oh shit, something's cooking. I see it coming, but I've experienced it. So I know the feeling. As many people as we have kind of following and asking for help and reaching out and connecting, you know what I mean? Like I'm training other there's probably competitors on here because I don't consider it competitors to me. I'm like, I'm good. I'm doing a call on Friday with a team that's considered a competitor. I'm like, cool. And someone was like, worried about recruit. I'm like, you think I'm going to fucking recruit them? That's the last thing I have on my mind today. Dude, I'm trying to help people get fucking paid, but I'm training other companies today. Whereas in our space, that's not normal. Some of us don't even allowed to talk to each other because we're at different companies. You know what I mean? I post with a couple of buddies of mine and the owner of their company calls them and gives them shit. Like, why are you hanging out with Wetmore? He's at that company. I'm like, really? I just don't believe in that stuff. You know, there's bigger picture for me. And for some of y'all, it's like, but I've been doing this 12 years. Like actively every day, who I am, getting shit done, doing more. I've been doing that level since 2015. So 9 years at that level. The first few I was dicking around. You know, so I think you have to understand it's a process. Like Maddox is playing baseball now at 12. The guys in the major leagues were once 12 also. Do you think they rolled out of bed one day and they were fucking top round draft picks? Like on the Tuesday of, 2018 was the day it all happened. I went from sucking to amazing. That was incremental change every day. Where you see it is when you look back. And what I always try to explain to people is like, anybody ever tried to lose weight before? Right? Everybody has. And you get on the scale 19 fucking times a day. The bitch ain't never going to move. Right? But we know with 100% certainty, if we stop eating like shit and we drink more water than soda and tea and coffee and alcohol, we drink more water than the other stuff, and we stop eating fried stuff and baked stuff, and you know what I mean? Like not bakes, but like sweets and shit like that, sugary stuff, right? And we eat more grilled stuff and vegetables, and we work out versus sit on the couch. No one's confused. And in 12 months, you'll look different. But every fucking day doing it is hard. But we know with 100% certainty we'll get there. And we're not confused that when we get on the scale in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, it's going to look different. And that's when you see the change, is when you look backwards. So if you take pictures every day and you're staring at yourself in the mirror every day, it never changes. But if you look at a picture from 12 months before, when you're going at it consistently, you're like, holy shit, I have a whole different body. But every day you don't see it. And this business is the same. Every business, it's the same way. Y'all are expecting to wake up one day and be like, I got it. That ain't how it's going to work. You just got to have faith that if you put in the right amount of activity and you continue to get better and you take this thing seriously and you put in the reps every day and you try to get better and you get in coaching and you're getting mentored and you're learning from your mistakes and you stop fucking blaming people for all your problems, in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, you will be in a better spot. But if you keep doing what you're doing now, do you really expect to be in a different position? No different than if you keep eating the shit you're eating now and you keep working out to the level you're working out now, your body's not going to change. You know, and this business especially is the same way. But I get to look back now and see the old version of me and go, holy shit, that happened fast. Think about something in your life, your kids, when you were in high school, when you graduated college, when you got married. Think back to something, some moment. Think about how quick it's gone by since then. You know what I mean? And all the things that have happened since. And then think about something old that you were pissed off about. The divorce you were mad about, the breakup you were mad about, the fight you had with your sister, your mom, your cousin, whatever. All that, and you were, and you visioned the way it was going to happen. And that's how it is today. And it's totally different than you thought. And sometimes you're fucking thankful for that thing that happened. Because life worked out better for you. You know what I mean? And as you guys are going through things, why do you not have that faith that it's going to continue that way? Because you're stepping on the scale every fucking hour. And you'll never feel and see change that way. You know what I mean? I was reading a couple things I'm going to talk about. Let me see if I see Jamal. I saw Jamal on here. Oh, shit. Screw stuff. I don't know what I just broke, Amanda, but something went flying. I don't know what the fuck it was. Sorry if I broke something. I don't know. What, did y'all hear that? It was loud. I was watching a video. There's a few videos I watched this week that had me thinking. Y'all know Rick Ross? For those that don't know, he's a rapper. He's out of Atlanta. He's fucking popular as shit in that space. I was watching a video of his the other day, and JoJo's on. All right, cool. Thanks, JY. Oh, that makes. So I get sidetracked. Rhonda. Is that who was saying the Lynn guy earlier?
Me, Rhonda.
Oh, you're the one from Beverly that hit me up.
Yes.
Or messaged or commented or something.
Yes.
Ooh, very wild. Small world. Not many people really know Lynn.
Lynn, the city of sin.
That's the one. But the ones that do know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't go hang out there,
Strong,
do you?
tough people. Well, no.
Yes.
Or
I'm
Salem.
Yeah. Hey, right over the bridge of Salem and that one more town, that city limit. People don't like crossing that one.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game over there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So
There's
Rick
no
Ross.
plan.
Huh?
No soft coding.
Nah. And I was not on that side of Lynn either. I was on the other side where it's even worse. I was not on the Salem side. I was down by like Union Street where all the hookers and drug addicts are.
Union Street. Oh my God.
Yeah. So Rick Ross did a video the other day, and it was in an interview, and he said that he was writing songs for 10 years before he made a penny in the music business. Now he's one of the biggest fucking properties in Atlanta. And I think it said he didn't start making any money till he was 36. in the business. I mean, Rick Ross, y'all see Rick Ross today and he's like baller, but 10 years writing songs before he made any money. I was watching, I saw another one of, y'all know Seinfeld, popular ass show. And he said, not 1 second of my life goes by where I'm not trying to create content for a bit. Every second of my existence, I'm thinking about my profession. I'm like, ain't mad at that. And then my buddy Alex Branding, a lot of y'all know him. I'm gonna see if I can show this one. I'm gonna pull his up. It's on his stories. I just like when people post cool shit. One of the things that I do. Oh, my phone got stuck. Y'all ever see on social like the people that, and if you're one of them, sorry, but the people that post like dumb shit all the time, negative stuff and political stuff, and like
Keyboard warriors.
yeah, like just assholes online, like just dumb stuff. Amanda knows, I do this now. I accept a lot of friend requests, and I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm as transparent as I am, but I am. I get a lot of friend requests, and I hit accept, and then I go to the little 3 dots next to it, and I hit unfollow for most, because I don't want to see the stuff, the garbage. And it's funny, I get on Facebook and I'll scroll like the rest of the world. But I notice when I scroll, I spend more time hitting the 3 dots and hitting unfollow than I do actually reading anything, because I don't want to read anybody's garbage. It'll change your world if you stop reading the shit people put out there. If it ain't positive and it ain't helpful from my mind, I unfollow you. All of you. There's very few people I follow that post positive stuff on a regular basis that are worthy of watching. So some of the stuff I talk about is because that's all I see. But Alex put today, he put this thing. Let me see if I can pull it up. I wish I could. Hold on, let me see if I can pause it and show it. Can y'all see that? Can y'all read that? Someone tell me if you can read it. You can't read it?
No.
Go to Alex Branding. It says, you don't get paid for great ideas. You get paid for making things happen.
What?
I was like, that's a fucking cool one. And some of y'all just need to get like really obsessed with what you're doing for a career and every day work on getting better at it. And a lot of y'all are trying to fucking wing it and get rich. I talk to a lot of people on a regular basis, and it's wild how many people have no money in a business that has more fucking millionaires than any other business out there. Literally have no fucking money. And I've been there, but I understand why I had no money. You start looking at like activity levels and I always tell people this, and I'm going to kind of open it up in a minute, but it's like, if you think about a very simple way to think about this business is, and there's a lot of people that claim to be full-time insurance professionals. And I want you to think about in the last 7 days, how many presentations you've made to clients. Like, what is your number? Write it down. Type it in actually. How many presentations have you made in the last 7 days? Roughly ballpark it. I don't need exactly to the penny. If you do 2, you do 2. It doesn't matter if it's 3 because it's still 0. Right? Last 7 days, how many presentations have you made? Oh, Tab, I see you in here. Dude, I'm going to have you on mute in a second, bro. So get ready if you're okay with it. And then I want you to think about how long. 30. Cool. 30. I like that, Tab. Thank God someone has. I'm going to offend people, but 12, 21, 6, 5. Keep going. 2. I can see on my laptop are easier, so I keep looking down. 2. Y'all see this? 30 is the most by a long shot. Tim had 21. Erica has 20. Respectable. Right? Now I want you to think about how long is the average one take you? Type that number at 30 minutes, an hour. Right? Think about how long the average one takes you. 2 hours, a long one. You must be doing some cool stuff. Or you're new. I used to take 2 hours too. And it wasn't presenting. It was me begging people to buy. You may not be because I don't know you. I just relating to myself. If I was in the house 2 hours, it was because I was literally begging them to buy or trying to overcome 242 objections and they were afraid to kick me out. 45 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. right? Now, so most of y'all had 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, even tab 30. Where's your, did you put your average in there, tab? Let me see if you're in there. What's your average, tab? Put it in there. I don't see your average. How long does it take you, dude? 30 to 45 minutes. So he did 30. He had the most by far. We'll call it 45 minutes. We'll call it an hour. That's only 30 hours presenting. You know what I mean? Some of y'all put 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Where's your number? 30 minutes, an hour. You know what I mean? It's like you're spending 8 hours presenting a week, 12 hours presenting a week, 6 hours presenting a week. And sure, maybe you made some phone calls to book appointments. I ain't mad at you. But those only, nobody can convince me those take more than a minute because most don't pick up. Like nobody's confused about that. You know what I mean? So even if you're making 600 phone calls, which most aren't, a week, that's only 10 hours. So it's like, look at your presentations a week and look at what the average it takes. So tab, dude, 30 appointments at 45 minutes a pop. What's that, 22 hour? I don't know. I can't do the math on 45 minutes in my head. It's 20 something hours max presenting. You know what I mean? Most of y'all are at 10 hours or less presenting. You know, it's like we're trying to get rich and get out of our hole, and we're spending 10 hours a week doing what makes us money. 5 hours a week, 3 hours a week, 6 hours a week. The top guy in here has got 20 something hours a week. You know what I mean? 15 of y'all combined aren't hitting 40 hours presenting. And then I know we do trainings and we watch stuff, but that don't make no money. This don't make you no money right now. I hope it changes your work ethic and will make you money indirectly. You know, I got someone scheduled the other day and it was like, shit, they did whatever they did, some crazy morning routine from like 7 to 10 a.m. or something. And then from 10 to 12, they did training. And then from 12 to 1, they did lunch. And then from 1 to 3, they made phone calls. And then 3 to 5, they did more training. And then 5 to 9, they did family time. I'm like, there's like 2 hours of work in there. You know, and that's what I see is like the biggest thing wrong with this industry is y'all are expecting to have phenomenal results with very few presentations. It's very hard to sell a lot of applications with very few presentations. And it's really hard to have a lot of presentations without prospecting. You know, and if you're making 100 prospecting calls a week, that doesn't take 2 hours. You know? And I had to have that realization with myself. And if you're okay with that, be okay with that. But so many people are complaining about their financial situation and you're literally part-time. The 72-year-old Walmart greeter puts in more hours than most insurance agents. But we tell ourselves we're working with all this other stuff we do. You know what I mean? Getting ready to get ready and calling carriers and doing whatever and making mailers and working on my CRM and creating all the, you know what I mean? Like what Alex say. You know what I'm saying? It's like getting shit done. Now, my version of what he said is getting shit done makes money. And the only thing that's going to make y'all any money off the rip, for the most part, is prospecting and presenting. Prospecting sets up the opportunity to make money. Presenting gives you direct chance to make money. You know, certainly we could argue the recruiting side and business building side, but most people in here aren't doing that or at that point yet. You know, and so I think most people overcomplicate what it takes to win. And I'm like, why don't we just do 40 hours of presenting and prospecting? Do 40 hours of that. I'm 100% sure your world will change. I'm 100% sure. You know, what's up, Carrie? I see you over there nodding your head, dude. I know you sent me a cool DM or message or text or something recently. You've made some changes too, which is cool. Tab, I can't see you, dude. Will you unmute, bro?
I'm here.
Oh, I see you. I had to flip pages. What's up, bro?
What's up,
How
man?
can I make people see? Hold on. Isn't there a pin option? How do I do that? Let me see if I can figure that out. Can I do that? Fuck yeah. Look at this. I think everybody will see you if I do this. Hold on. I'm going to do mine too. Oh no. Hold on. Shit. I don't know what that button does. Y'all can see him, right? Because everybody went away. All I see is him.
Yeah, he's now the speaker.
Huh?
He's like he's a speaker view of my screen.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's
Yep.
what we want. I don't care if y'all see me. But dude, I want to you've sent me some cool messages recently, bro. And I learned a little bit more about you the other day with the whole flight and the real estate thing. Will you give your version? Dude, I love stories like this. It's why I do what I do. And fuck, 2 weeks ago, I didn't know you from a hole in I didn't know you at all, actually, much less from a hole in the wall. I didn't literally know you. But just nothing crazy long, but I really want you to share where your head was at relative to the industry and the flight and the video. And you know what I mean? Like, dude, I love your story that I'm seeing develop. I love shit like this.
Yeah.
So I would love, if you don't mind, bro.
All right. So I have been licensed since 2009, but really in the life insurance world as this is since like June of 2021. My family doesn't live like the ordinary American life. We sold our house during COVID, decided we were going to travel the country full time in an RV. We're a family of 7. So, been doing it for a few years now. Always done well. Okay. I mean, by average standards, I've done well. I've made over 6 figures net each year. But I always kind
Cracking
of
like 100 grand, right? You're not making like 900 grand.
What's that?
Cracking 100 grand. I
Cracking
know
100 grand every
you're
year.
selling 200 grand and obviously fall off and back end much stuff like that. So again,
Yeah.
I want clarity. It's not like 800 grand. You're doing better than most. Yes.
Yeah.
But you're trying to get better.
Trying to get better. And so I really hit this point. We're staying in Michigan for the next 12 months. I rented an office. June had one of the best months I had in a while, like 23K issue paid, right? 24. And then July came and just, I took some time off for 4th of July and then, got back to work. And then I saw this real estate investment thing. And I was like, man, I could probably do some more with that than I could in insurance. So literally I hopped on a flight and went down to Atlanta for this real estate investment class, right? And went there for a couple of days and literally in my head was done with insurance. I was just going to go become a real estate investor. On the flight home, I was flying Delta. I had Wi-Fi. For some reason, John's 8% breakout session popped up in my feed. And it was a video where he was talking about the ups and downs of insurance. And he's like, most people do 10K and then 4K and 12K and 6K. And I was like, fuck, that's me right there. That's me. But then he talked about when he changed his schedule and way back when he changed his schedule, it went like he still had peaks and valleys, but it was like 50K, 30K, 60K, whatever. And so I was like, all right, I'm just going to buy this guy's book. I've seen him, but I don't know who he is. I'm just going to buy his book and I'm going to read it. And so I started reading it and I was like, man, like I know what my problem is. Like I don't have consistency. I have a good week, I take a week off. I have a good week, I take a week off. And so I went to my wife and I was like, whoever listens to Alex Hormozy, he always talks about chasing the lady in the red dress, right? Like there's always that next best opportunity out there and don't chase it. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to chase it. So I reached out to John on Instagram and just picked his brain. I run pretty much virtual, but
Bro,
I just said, dude,
you were like, I know you don't know me if I'm a fucking hole in the wall.
I did.
And you probably won't answer, but
here it is, right? And then you answered back. And so, we talked back and forth and I was like, and then everything started like, so John's like, just focus on the number of appointments. And I'm like, okay, well, right now I book them an hour apart. So if I get 2 no-shows in a row, I'm wasting 2 hours. And he's like, well, don't book them an hour apart, book them 30 minutes apart. So I was like, okay. And so I just committed and said, and then I found this book that's called The One Thing. And then I started reading Ed Milet's book.
Power of One More.
Yeah, Power of One More, right? And everything in my life started pointing towards one thing, which is just fucking activity. That's it. That's all I'm focused on. So I think we've been communicating a little bit here and there for a couple of weeks.
Mhm.
This month, what is it? The 14th. I mean, I submitted another one today already, but last month I did, and this is just transparency. So last month I submitted 14 apps, or sorry, 17 apps for 15K, 12 were approved for 10.5.
Yep.
And then this month I've submitted 16 apps for 24K. 12 are currently approved for 18.2, and the other 5,000 is all going to get approved. So I'll be at 23K issue paid tomorrow. That should
Halfway
all
through
go
the
out.
month.
And it's the 14th.
I'm in. I'm in.
And I think I remember asking you what your no-show rate was. I think you said, was it you that sent that I asked you that? I think
Yeah,
I know I
and
asked
it's like-
someone. It was like 40% or something like that. No showed you.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think you just did a podcast with someone who talked about like 15-minute increments, right?
I do a shit ton of
Whatever.
them.
But
But yeah,
so I got this planner. You can get it on Amazon, and it's 15-minute increments, guys. And this is my day yesterday, right? So 14 appointments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them showed. I wrote 2 apps, 7 of them no showed me. So 50% no showed me. 50% showed up. I wrote 2 apps for 2,200.
yeah. What your problem was before, minus all the other stuff, sure. But with relative to booking, and this is the mistake most people make, they book their calendar up like everyone's gonna fucking be there.
And you told me book it like
Yes.
everyone's not going to be there.
Correct, because half ain't gonna be there. And then you're gonna miss a decent amount of sales no matter what. So it's like, why do we not account for the stuff that we know is coming? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's simple changes. It's simple shit. And again, dude, we've been dicking around through Instagram. We didn't have a conversation until what, couple days ago.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, fuck, now he's going to do some direct coaching with me. I'm going to teach him to print fucking money because now I can start working. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to do some high level stuff, which is cool. But it's small tweaks. You don't have to overhaul stuff. I didn't teach him one thing about sales. I didn't teach him one thing about a script. I didn't teach him what to say to I didn't teach him shit. But activity, and stop booking people like they're all going to fucking be there, because they're not. And it's like, he did the work. It's just giving mindset shifts, man. And obviously the video helps, which shout out to Reese. Reese and my team made that video. And obviously I did the top, but he made it look good. And I actually drew it like at the event, but the thing that did it, he had to make it after because he couldn't like merge the one I did. So he made that whole video, and afterwards he's like, I was like, oh, that's fucking dope, dude. I liked it. He's like, yeah, I don't like it at all. It's dude, he didn't like the video at all. And it's one of the ones that's killing it the most, like in terms of impacting people's thought process, So shout out to him for putting that thing together. He recorded the stuff. I just do what I do, and my team puts together the rest of the pieces, which is cool. So yeah, dude, I love it, bro. And I'm looking forward to seeing good things. Anything else you want to add before because I'm gonna bring someone else on in a second too.
No, I just think that and I've had people from my IMO reaching out and just saying, what are you doing? What's your script? What's this? What's that? And I'm like, it's not anything. First of all, go watch this video. This is what changed me. Second of all, go buy this book. I can show you text messages with multiple agents where I'm like, just go buy the book. Read it. It'll completely shift your thinking in how we're doing things. And at my IMO, we've always talked about I forget what they say, but basically book 6, but 8's great, right? And I'm like, fuck that. I'm doing 14, 15, 16. And honestly, guys, if I could book 16 and then start booking people on the 15-minute mark, I would.
Better deal.
If I could, book 16 and start putting people on the 15-minute mark, I would. I work all age leads, guys. I'm not working $75 a mortgage mailback a lead. I'm working.
He's working the old shit y'all won't call.
Yeah, but this is my stack of Michigan leads that I haven't been able to get a hold of the last few months, right? So
Yeah.
like there's
Keep grinding.
no magic, guys. Everyone's dialing the same stuff you're dialing. It's
Yeah.
just that there's a and this will be it, John. Sorry. But there's
No,
a
you're good.
podcast. Let me pull it up real quick. And I'll tell you the exact one. It's with Alex Hermosi. And it is the amount of preparation you need to be exceptional. It's his episode 709. And
Sick.
it literally just talks about the game with Alex Hermosi, episode 709. And it just talks about top people and the difference between them and us. And the only difference between them and us, he's like, the reason I'm good on Instagram is because people think they can put out one story a day and it's going to be good. He's like,
Sure.
I used to put out 20 stories and posts a day amongst multiple things
Yeah.
to build my following. The only difference between me 3 weeks ago and me today is just I know if I pick up the phone in the morning and I set 12, 14, 16 appointments, I'm going to write 2, 3, 4 apps every single day.
Yeah.
And then my lead cost doesn't matter. My chargebacks don't matter. Nothing matters because I've got the momentum. So that's it.
My dude, appreciate you sharing, bro. You know, it's a wild thing when you shift. And then again, the cool thing is there's a lot to work on to make it even better and more efficient and close more. You know what I mean? Like there are tweaks to make. And just
Yeah.
the reps, the amount of reps you're having will make you good by default. It's like Maddox taking more ground balls than not. You know what I mean? He's bound to get better at them. But you add in some coaching and some guidance and stuff. It's and you know what I mean? It's crazy the compounding of it that happens. And I lived it. That's why I teach it, because it's how I changed. Why would I teach it any other way? And the other way, and I'm buddies with some of the guys that we talked about. We just happen to know same dude. The guy that you know helped me at the beginning of my career. You know what I mean? But it's like a lot of people teach it in a way that feels comfortable to the average person. 6 to 8. 8 is great. 6 is fuck that, dude. That's for the norm, bro. And the norm ain't making no fucking when people ask me what's the average, someone tries to work here, they're like, what's the average agent do? My answer is the average agent quits. Is that what you want to be? The average agent quits because I love them all. But who the fuck tells people they can make money with 8 appointments a week? They're lying. And if you're one that's doing it, you're the fucking anomaly. And that's not normal. And most people won't do it. So I just don't teach that way. The guys that are doing it, dude, because there are some. There's probably someone that's following me that's like, they print money on no phone calls. It's all through AI. And they talk to 3 people a week and they make fucking $500,000 a year. Fucking high five. Get out of the way. I'm not teaching him nothing. I don't ask him any questions. I don't question at all. But that's not the norm. You know? And so this stuff anyone can do. That's why I love teaching. And that's why we've grown the way we have. Because I'm just really transparent about it. And if you don't work hard, I'm just like, dude, it's going to be inconsistent and suck forever. So stop bitching. You know? Appreciate you sharing, dude. Jamal, you on here, bro? I hope you're still on here. Because I want to hear your shit, dude. Tell me if you're unmute if you're on.
Yeah,
here.
I'm here, John.
What's up, my dude?
I'm on here. What's up? What's up? How you doing?
I could not be any better, bro. Life is good.
That's good. That's good.
I want you to give
Yes,
them
it
some
is.
insight into your little revelation a couple weeks ago, bro. Because you've had some success over the last few weeks doing some cool things.
Yeah, I have.
And I didn't know. I knew of you loosely, but Anika, is it cousin? Are y'all cousins? I don't remember what she said.
Yeah. She's
Cousin?
my cousin, my big cousin. Yeah.
She comes to one of my in-office events a couple weeks ago, and I've known her for years. I've worked with Anika for a hot minute. She comes into the office to do this event, and is she on or no? I think she says she's not, but I can't see everybody. She comes
She's
in.
on.
I'm on.
She is. What's up, Anika? Oh, there you are.
Hey.
Cool. What's up? She comes rolling in with her picture, like when you have your laptop open right now and y'all can see all the people on it, like as a Zoom and you see everybody. She comes walking into this in-office event with her team on her laptop, and she had them watching me live, but they were all at home in fucking Virginia or wherever people are. DC or something. So she brings in her laptop, sets it down on the chair, plugs it into a charge, and they watch it remotely. And this dude's on there. And again, I've heard loosely of you, but we've never had a conversation, you know, and
Right.
it went somewhere that I normally go with people, but you're one that adapted and took it. So I want to hear your version of it. I just want you to share it with them, dude. Cause she did call me after and she's like, yo, he had a light bulb moment. Something hit him. He's changed. He's ready, you know? And again, I love shit like this. So love it. And you're coming out Monday. Is it Monday, right? Next Monday. Yeah.
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 19. Yeah.
So Nika paid to have him come spend a day with me. She's a boss over there. So he's coming to hang out at the office for the day Monday. You know, I got a coaching call with Patrick Bet-David that day too. You get to see. Did she tell you yet? Did anybody tell you that yet?
Yeah, she told me, and I had no idea who he was, so I had to Google him.
He's a
I never heard of
motherfucking
him,
boss.
but I bought his book. I'm gonna read up on it.
Which one?
Your
Is that the next five moves?
Your next 5 moves. Yeah.
Yeah, it's blurry when you do because you got that background thing on. But yeah, the next 5 moves by Bet-David's badass. But yeah, I pay him like fucking $100,000 a year to get coached. So you'll get to see that too. Yeah, that's good book.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, share your last week or two, whatever it was. Been a couple weeks ago, I guess, and you know, nothing crazy, just short version. You know what I mean, give high level stuff, your takeaways, things like that.
I mean, in that meeting that we watched virtually, that was the first time we actually talked. And you asked me about my numbers. You broke my numbers down for me that week. And it's embarrassing to say, but my numbers was 7.5 hours for the week, you know, and I considered myself full time at the moment. So, you know, after hearing that and realizing that, you know, I wasn't putting that activity in.
Talk about the numbers though. I want the revelation, bro. Remember like how we walked through it. Because do you remember? I asked them the same thing I did to y'all here. I was like, how many presentations did you make this week? What was the number? Do you remember?
It was like 7, 5, 6, 7. It was probably less than that. I think like 4, maybe 4 presentations I did. No applications submitted. Maybe like less than 100 dials. I wasn't really dialing. I mean, I knew
how many hours did we come up with?
7.5 hours for the week. 7.5
for the week. Yeah,
for the week. Not even a full 8-hour shift on a 9 to 5 during the day. That's what really pissed me off. Because I've done that and worked 2 jobs, 2 full-time jobs, you know, putting in 10 hours here and 8 hours here. So I just woke up the next day and said, let me put this activity in. I've heard you talk before. I've, you know, follow you, seen your videos before, but just for you to break my numbers down and for me to see you write 7.5 on the board, it just did something to me. So I woke up the next day, I focused. You know, Nika, we was on the Zoom. I even told her, look, I got to make my dials. So whatever you want to talk to me about, we'll talk about it later. And ever since then, that's been my goal, is to hit those 300 dials. So when I did my 300 dials the next day,
300 a day
appointments, 300 a day. Yep,
yeah,
300 a day.
Think about how many some of y'all are making a week. He's going to 300 a day. I ain't mad. Okay.
300 a day. I ended up submitting the app that next day.
Yep.
That was a Friday, the first day. Saturday and Sunday, I really didn't do too much because I had my daughter with me. But between Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I submitted. Hold on, I got it written down right here. I submitted 5 apps and grossed like 8,000 AP, you know, and I've never seen nothing like that before. Not in this business. That was my first time, and I think I told you, I didn't do anything but change the activity. That's it. I don't have no magic script. I didn't say anything different. I mean, my skill set got a little bit different. I mean, a little better with, you know, the activity, the more reps I had.
Watch what happens in 6 months. Watch what happens in 6 months.
And that's what I was saying. That's another thing I beat myself up about. I said I should have did this 6 months ago, but better late than never. I enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
I look forward to doing 300. Nika is pushing me to do 500 dials a day. So I'm just trying to up my reps, get my appointments up, my presentations, so I can get these apps in, man. Because it's really that simple. It's
Yeah,
really that simple.
is.
Like you say, you teach things that's duplicatable, and
Yeah.
that's really it. It's the more reps.
Yeah.
It's no magic wand or anything or script or anything to it. It's just the activity. That's basically it.
That's it, dude. And again, what I always like to tell people is like, this ain't a forever plan. I promise you in 3 years, he ain't gonna be making $500, $300, $500 a day. That ain't gonna be the plan. If it is, we fuck something up. But it sure as shit is get out of a whole plan. You know what I mean? It's like, let me get out of my situation plan. It's the right now plan.
Right.
You know, again, if you're still having to do, again, I only had to do this. I say 2.5 years and I'm rounding up. I did that level of activity a little over 2 years, printed fucking money and built a team that was a massive. I got out of the field. I was making 7 figures within 2 years, and high 7 figures, not just like barely cracking it. Like high single seven. You know what I mean? I made 1.8 million within 2 years of this concept. Implementing for myself, I tripled my income the first year I did it. The second year, I doubled the income again. So I'm from like barely cracked 100 low hundreds to netting almost 400. I wrote 460, but net advance money, all that shit, I made high threes. Then I went to 650, and then I went to 1.8 using this fucking concept. You know what I mean? It's just I started teaching people, normal people, how to do it. Yeah, Nika, you've been with me for a long time. I ain't taught nothing different since you've known me. Now I've learned how to deliver it different.
Yeah.
But I ain't really, the concept ain't changed.
No.
You know? So I appreciate you sharing, dude. Anything else you want to add before I roll?
No, just do more now and get better later.
Dude.
That's all I can say.
That's how it works, bro.
That's
And
it.
it's like everything in life. You know what I mean? Like Maddox is trying to get better at golf. I'm like, he wants to do private lessons. I'm like, dude, if you don't golf a bunch, the lessons don't do shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, let's go hit the ball. Let's play a bunch of golf. Let's go mess it up. Let's hit it into the woods. Let's lose balls. Let's hit them into the water. Let's chunk the grass. Like, you know what I mean? Let's mess it up.
Right.
But with it, dude, sometimes he hits a bomb. Sometimes he gets one. He'd make a 15-foot putt. That shit sinks. He's like, ooh. I'm like, yeah, if you didn't play 4 times this week, you wouldn't have made that shot, kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what will happen? He plays for the next few years, and then we add coaching to it. Y'all not think he's going to get better at golf? Of course he is. You know, and we know that about every other situation. The frustrating part for me is y'all pretend you don't know what's going to happen for you now in this situation. You know, and I wish more of y'all would open your eyes and just understand, dude. Both of y'all, Tab, Carrie, I see you shaking your head. All the others, you know what I mean, Jamal. Like, you're still going to have shitty fucking days. You're still going to have chargebacks. In fact, buckle up. You're going to have more chargebacks. Why? You took more apps. You write 15 apps instead of 3. You're going to have more chargebacks. Don't go spend all the money. You know what I mean? So it's like there's still things to learn as we grow this thing. First time I started writing 40, 50 grand, I'm like, yo, it feels like I'm getting a chargeback a day. It's like, yeah, because you're writing 4 apps a day. You know what I mean? It's like, shit, but the percentage was the same. You know, and then I learned how to get better at that. I learned how to keep things on the books. I learned how to stop taking apps that I knew weren't going to stick. I got my persistency up to like 93% at one point. I got an award upstairs for most persistency in the whole company on my own pen at one point. But I wasn't that way at the beginning. I had to learn that. I had to do a bunch. I had to mess it up. I had to tweak things, you know. I'm going to open it up for any questions. If you have any, feel free to type them in. If you don't want to, when you did 1.8, what was your activity and your schedule like? It was fucking chaos. That's what it was like. It was complete and total fucking chaos. It was from 5 a.m. till midnight every single day for multiple years. It was a complete and total fucking shit show. I did have Thursday night dinner at Wendy's with my children every Thursday night, though, to the point where they still remember it to this day. Thursday night, Wendy's night. Y'all have read it in the book. I committed to that. I was able to get out of the field that year, so my schedule was different in selling, but I was on the phone all day, every day, teaching people how to sell, recruiting, doing interviews, taking calls, being agents' therapist, talking agents off the ledge when they had a cancellation and a chargeback and teaching people how to reinvest. I was on the phone with spouses and wives and cousins and moms and sisters, teaching them why Joe Blow had to invest in leads and why money came out of the account. I was helping people pay their mortgages. I was telling them when to make their payments based on when they were going to get deposits. I had a family that didn't pay any of their bills without calling me first because they were so confident that I could teach them how to get out of a hole. And this cat eventually issued and made over 400 grand in a year, and he wouldn't pay any of his bills without calling me. I was teaching people how to fucking log into the carriers. I was running quotes on the side of the road for agents who couldn't figure it out. I was fucking getting contracting paperwork faxed to me with chocolate stains and bubble gum on them. My life was chaos. And then I hired Amanda, and it got more chaotic because we started doing more because now there was 2 of us. And then we come back from things that are pot and like come to our, you'll see our office. It's like our office is chaos now. Our to-do list is nuts. I've been back to back for 2 straight days. I have taken like 3 breaths in 2 days because I've been on Zooms and calls nonstop. And the second I get off this, I have a meeting. Right before this, I had a meeting. Right before that, I had a meeting. I just, it's what I do, you know, and I have plenty of time with my family. I have time. You know what I mean? I work out every single fucking morning before I take meetings. I go to the gym every morning. I took Maddox to school. I went to the gym. I spent an hour in a CrossFit class. I go to the next gym and I go to the sauna for 30 minutes. I go home. I get ready. I eat breakfast. I come in usually 10-ish, but 10 to 5 or 6, dude, I'm balls to the wall or I'm pissed and I'm bored and I want to leave, you know? And then at night, I go home and do whatever I want to do, but my family's bored with me and I'm bored with them. And it doesn't take long. I have 5 kids. None of them have ever wanted to play with me for longer than 30 minutes or an hour, and they're bored of me. I don't understand what 6-hour family nights are like. That means to me sitting on the couch watching TV, which if that's your thing, amen. But me and my family don't need that to be secure in our relationship. You know what I mean? We go out to dinner 1 or 2 nights a week. You know what I mean? We watch a show for 30 minutes in bed. If I'm not a TV guy, so if something's on for 30 minutes, I'm like tapped out. You know, Maddox and I play some video games here and there, but I don't need to be by their side for 12 straight hours on a Saturday to make them feel like I'm there for them, you know? And my wife always says it best. Like, if you're out there making a bunch of money, I promise your spouse won't be as needy. But if you're going to be gone and broke, of course they're going to bitch. They'd rather you home because you're not there and you're fucking broke and you're negative. So why not sit down, watch TV is more peaceful. But if you're out there becoming the provider you want to be for your family, you know, and everybody's situation is different. So be who you want to be. But my family and I discussed it, and this is what we wanted, you know, and I have a very comfortable schedule today, even though I bet I'm traveling more than most people on this call combined in the next 2 months. You know, I don't think there's anyone traveling as much as me individually, you know, so I stay busy. But we have our time. You know what I mean? My family ain't lacking nothing. And I don't have friends at all. I literally have very few. Some of Maddox's schoolmates we're kind of becoming friendly with. But I don't need that in my life. I don't need to go to the bar on Thursday nights or Fridays or Saturdays or Sundays with buddies. I don't give a shit at all. I don't have dudes over to my house and barbecue together. I don't grill. I don't watch football games with a bunch of dudes. I don't live that life. I work, I go to the gym, and I hang out with my kids. And certainly Steph. And that's it. All the other shit and all the other noise, I don't need in my life. You know, I don't need it. So my schedule was chaos. And now it's, you know, and yeah, Rhonda, what if you overbook? I think I understand the context of it. Like, what if you overbook? Meaning, what if 5 in a row show up? What do we do? We got too many people to talk to? That sounds like an amazing fucking problem. You reschedule on them like they do to you. You no-show them like they do to you. Who gives a shit? I'm not trying to be mean. You know what I mean? But like, I don't care. If I got too many people to talk to, it's very easy to go, hey, Rhonda, dude, I'm running behind. I got my last client. Can I reschedule? And I just don't worry about it. I don't let that interfere. And most people have a fear of overbooking, quote unquote, because they're afraid of that. And I'm just like, dude, these other human beings don't give a shit if they don't show up for me. So if there happens to be on the rare occasion that I have to push someone back, I don't stress over stuff like that. You know what I mean? I book back to back on my calendar now. What happens if this runs over and the next meeting's late? They'll fucking survive. I had one cancel today. Do you think he gives a shit? No. So if I have to cancel on the next one, I don't give a shit either. Not in a mean way. I'm not going to be mean about it, but I don't let it slow me down. Does that make sense? I'm going to respectfully reschedule or respectfully no show a client. I've definitely done it. I used to double book appointments. And then I'd have to make a decision. Which one should I go to? Shit, the last one, because I would double book. I'd have like a 12 and then I'd have 2 booked at 12:30. So the 12 o'clock, they show up. I'm like, shit, I see that appointment 12:30. Now I got to make a decision. Where if the 12 wasn't there, I would go to 1 early and 1 late. Right. But if the 12 showed and I got 2 double booked next, now I got to make a decision. And I'm like, I'll go to the closer one. Fuck it. And I'm thinking driving to people's houses because that's what I did. You know what I mean? I'm like, just pick one. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's all good. The next day, maybe it'll work out in my favor. Today, maybe it won't. I just don't think that deep about stuff. You know what I mean? Too many people overthink shit. I'm like, let me book a bunch. I'll figure it out. It's all good. You have 16 in a day and you only get to 4, 6, 5. Who cares? You know, because there's going to be some days you book 14, 16. I promise you ain't going to talk to no one. It's going to happen. You're going to have those days, you know?
Right.
Couple things coming up. Again, I'm going to open up questions in a minute. What do I got to tell Amanda? You have the next event dates. Certainly, y'all can always follow my shit. Obviously, most of y'all follow me, get my newsletters. We send you a lot of stuff, but johnwetmore.com/events, share it with your friends and shit too. I don't know if Amanda has them on there yet, but she will. She probably does because she gave me the stank eye like you don't believe in me. So I'm guessing it's on there. She's probably going to put the link here. What's the dates, Amanda? Because I don't know them.
I'll post the links. So the next in-person is set October 23rd and 24th.
Oh, I'm going to do a
The
2-day
next-
event, right?
Yes.
We're going to do like a 2-day paid. Like we're going to do some dope stuff. Like we're going to put some money into it. When's the next
Where is
Zoom? In my office in Atlanta.
We're gonna
For
do
those
a-
that don't know. We're gonna have like a 2-day workshop. I'm gonna have a 2-tiered thing. It's gonna be really cheap entry, but we're gonna do a higher tier one. I'm gonna have a private event at my house. I've been building a house for like 2 years, and it isn't a shitty house. So I'm gonna have a private like mastermind event kind of thing. My wife's gonna cook. We're gonna do some dope stuff at the house. So if anybody wants some like vision stuff, like we have a nice house. You'll like it. I don't know how to say it and not sound like a dick, but it's really nice.
Sound like a dick. It's okay.
It's not small either. It's nice. And my wife picked it all out and the budget was high.
That's what I want. On a
yeah.
house.
Yeah. I wanted a house once too. And I got that house and then we wanted a bigger house. And now all my kids are grown. And it's like people come in and they're like, what the fuck? This is for you, Steph and Maddox? I'm like, yeah, I mean, whatever. We're going to entertain at this house. And we're going to have
I
people
have
over.
horses. I want my horses
yeah.
on my property. I'm tired
cool.
of
Yeah,
paying
you
for
should.
board.
The people next to
and-
us have horses on theirs, and I have 12 acres, but I don't really like animals. That would stress me out. But we could put them.
Yeah.
You can't put
That's
them.
my sick addiction
could
is the
put them.
horses, and my husband's so tolerant.
Yeah. So when's the next Zoom, Amanda? I don't know if you said it because I don't remember.
September 16th. It's on Monday.
Monday, what time?
2:00.
Y'all gonna put the links right there? Okay. So in person,
Send it now.
I don't think we have like the pricing and shit out yet. Or if you do, you're fucking amazing. But the
September
virtual
Not yet.
one. Yeah.
That's our next meeting that we're going to talk about pricing and stuff for the October event.
Okay, cool. The
So I
meeting
will
after
have
this.
that.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
Cool. So virtual is September 16. Y'all can click the link and register now. It'll be dope. If you haven't yet been on our school account, get on again, johnwetmore.com/school. She'll put a direct link because it's some weird link that school gives you out. It's community. Please ask questions. Please share. I'm putting tons of stuff in there, videos and content and training and sales stuff and links to everything we do is in there. It's something we're going to work on
Hotels
growing.
nearby.
Say again.
Hotels nearby, motels, hotels.
Yeah, we got all that. Yeah. I mean, it's Atlanta. We're Metro Atlanta. We're out in the burbs, but yeah, there's plenty of stuff around. We're in a really nice little bubble. I live in like the area I live now is kind of like, what's that show? Truman Show? Like a lot of people call it like that. Like it's just like this cute little bubble that nobody else, like in our little circle, like we pretend the rest of the world doesn't exist. It's really fucking nice. Especially given where I come from. you know. So it's really cool. A lot of good things can happen. I wish I could sometimes I want to share, sometimes I sneak peek videos or pictures of the house on it. But sometimes I want to share it to give people vision. And sometimes I'm like, I don't want to come off like a douchebag. So I kind of don't. Some days I do, some days I don't. I don't know. Let's see.
Incentive.
Say again.
It's incentive.
Yeah. Amanda can
We
probably
all
pull
want
up a picture.
something.
I bet Amanda can pull one up and show it. A little preview. I bet you got one. It's on my
doubt
phone.
it.
You do?
I
You can
doubt
share
it.
it. Oh, I thought you said you doubt it. You can have everything. You can come get on
A
the phone
picture
if
of
you
your
want.
house, like where it's at right now? Probably not.
Just in general. Or the drawing is pretty dope. Also, we've had a shit ton. Are we gonna do that call tomorrow? The Zoom?
Yeah.
Am I doing that? So I've had literally, I think 150 people fucking DM me this week that want coaching or help, like higher level stuff. And I tried pretending I could call everyone, and I physically can't. So if y'all have filled something out that says like, yes, please call me, I'm sorry if I literally physically can't call everyone. I tried and I failed miserably. But I'm going to do a Zoom tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, right? If you're interested in how can you get more access to me and my team and things we're doing and want like some actual fucking help, like really making money. And it's not going to be free. I can't do everything for free. You want free, keep doing this because I'll keep doing this for free forever. But if you want like some actual help, like high level, like I'm really, Tab's doing it. He signed up like in a second. We got some others, a bunch of them. We have a couple different levels. And again, you don't have to. This isn't a pitch fight. If you want more help, I'm here. But my team costs money. We do a lot. It costs us money to help people. So I'm going to do a Zoom and kind of explain some stuff tomorrow. If you're interested in it, great. If you're not, again, I will always give away free shit forever. It's just what I'm going to always do. I think she's going to post, I assume, a link. Oh, it's already on there. Yeah, the discovery coaching call. So if you want that, join it. If you did the school inquiry and I haven't called you, I think we're going to send an email. But you can just click the link there and I'll get on and open it up. And go from there. Anybody have any questions though? I want to open it up. I got a few more minutes. I know, Amanda, I'm a little late, but I like giving people the opportunity. If you have anything, and make it good. Like have a good question. Anybody? Did I scare you all? Say again.
I had no questions, but I was just going to
Scheduling.
take pictures and thank you for taking on my the first walk in the day of the John Wetmore experience, the day in the life
Yeah.
of John Wetmore.
Yeah, that was Anika's idea. She's like, you should let people come to your office and charge them. I'm like, I know a lot of people that do that and they don't even know what the fuck they're doing and people pay them. And so she was like, you should do it and call it this and do. I'm like, fuck, let's do it. So she's sending very gracefully and not even coming in herself. She's sending some of her squad in. So appreciate you, girl.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Take lots of pictures and
we will.
Yeah,
Reese will be here. That's Reese's job. If we don't have good pictures, it's his fault, not mine.
Yeah, this would be one of my first whatchamacallit videos that I can really.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to get somebody to chop it up and screw it up, but
well, we'll put some stuff together. Reese is gonna do that too.
okay.
I mean, we are focused on. If y'all follow me for any minute, we are focused on marketing this year, and it's fucking working. It's insane what it's turning. My world is turning bizarro in that side of the world. It's because we keep putting out content. Stuff I talked to you about 6 months ago is like adding stuff. I put out so much shit, and it slowly catches people. And there's some people who hate it, and I just don't care. You know what I mean? You know me. I've never cared. It is what it is. But it works, and we've helped a lot of people, and we're going to keep putting stuff out, and we're going to keep building this
it definitely works.
Yeah. So we're going to keep building the brand and keep building what we're doing. And I am going to take over this fucking space.
Okay, good.
It is what it is. You know, I've had that vision for a long time. I'm just executing on it now. And we're going to be even more known for helping people get paid than I am today. That's the goal.
Well,
you know? And I'm definitely going to get paid along the way, to be clear.
Absolutely.
Hey, John.
Yes, sir. I can't see you yet, but I hear you. Who is it?
Chris Oldfield.
Cool. What's up, dude? I'm going to try to find you while you're talking because there's too many screens. But keep going.
As you were talking about pushing out more and more content, I started.
Are you on video, bro?
Yeah.
Are you on the? You are. All right. Cool. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So
Oh, thank you, Amanda. I see you, bro. Dope.
there I am. I was wondering, is it that you're pushing out more and more content, or is it that you're getting better about targeting and like where you're putting it and how, you know what I mean? Like the logistics of pushing the content. Read the book. Is that what you're saying?
No,
I can't
this
see
is
that.
my philosophy. Do more now, get better later. I just do
Yep.
a fuck ton of it, dude. I
Okay.
don't know what I'm doing with analytics, like at all. I don't know. We put shit everywhere, dude. That's my strategy. Put shit everywhere every day. Now,
Okay.
I hired Reese maybe, I don't know, probably 4, 5, 6 months ago. I don't remember how long it's been, Reese. What's it? I don't know, March or April, Amanda, something like
First
that.
last week of March, first week of April.
Okay, cool. So yeah, March, April. Now that's his job. So he's getting better at that for sure. I don't know what the fuck we do.
Okay.
I've been posting content now for probably, I was doing a little bit when you came, Amanda. That's kind of how YouTube started, just a little tiny bit. I used to do like when agents would call me to ask me questions, I got tired of like just always giving the same answers. So I started recording the answer and put it on my YouTube. And when people would ask, I'd be like, hey, dope question. Here's a video. I go over it for 45 minutes. I don't have 45 minutes now. Watch the video and then call me after and we'll go over it.
Yep.
And dude, it started popping. And some of my videos have like banana views relative to the rest of mine and have been seen all over the fucking country. And every event I go to, someone's like, I saw the video of you selling young people. I saw the video of you selling old people. I saw the video. And it was me like dicking around the original. There's several iterations of it now. We've made it cleaner and look nicer. But the original iteration of it was me just dicking around so I didn't have to take as many phone calls, just trying to figure out how to scale this thing. And it started popping. And I'm like, holy shit, there's something to it. So then I literally took like a Gary V approach and I'm like, just post shit everywhere, every day, everywhere. So we post on every platform every day. That's honestly been my strategy for probably, how long have we been doing that, Amanda? 3 years. I want to say a few years, probably something like that.
So-
a few years.
Every putting a shit ton of content out there, and now with Reese kind of fine tuning. And
So we're going to find, now we're getting better now. Is like, do more now, get better later. Well, today's the later in the content game. So we are trying to get better. I get guidance from Patrick Bet-David on stuff. But again, I think too many people worry too much about that shit. And to be honest, dude, I post some stuff that gets fucking 112 views still every day, all the time. But then some pop. And every time we release a podcast, it's like a new record of views in the shortest amount of time. Every week he sends me, dude, it's the newest one. He's got the most views. Dude, shit's going crazy. I get 20 emails a day minimum with people wanting me to contact them about stuff. It's fucking nutso. And 12 months ago, I'd be lucky if I got a DM a week.
Yep.
But I've been putting shit out every day for years. You know what I mean? Alex Hormozy talks about it. Brad Lee talks about it. Fucking Gary Vee talks about this. It's just doing it every day with no expectation other than to give value. It's all I wanted to do. You know, I've never charged for anything. I was uncomfortable shit charging. Dude, I made the book. Amanda was like $25. I'm like, I can't do it. It's fucking $12. Why? Because I was afraid to charge. I'm weird about it, but I have to make money. So I'm like, but I make no money on this fucking thing. It costs us $5 to print it. It costs me $6 to ship it to y'all because we send bracelets and pens and stickers and bookmarks and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? And it's $12. I think you pay I think 16 with shipping. Y'all pay me. I think it cost me 13 to fucking make it and ship it. You know what I mean? Like but what does it lead to? It leads to a guy like Tab who doesn't know me from a fucking hole in the wall to read my stuff to eventually join a coaching program that I'll make money on one day.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like there's a process to it. And I didn't invent the process. I just steal the shit from the other people doing it. I didn't invent anything in insurance. I just stole it from the people who are successful. And I just put my flavor on it, dude. I'm just me. You know what I mean? If like my wife were here and Amanda probably, I'm 100% sure they would come down and fix my hat because I'm the weirdo that just puts it like that. It's just who I am. You know what I mean? So it's like I do the stuff, but I have to stay true to me.
For sure.
I keep putting shit out, dude.
We appreciate you.
You got it. I'll take one more if you got any questions. What up, y'all? Officially releasing my book. You can go on and order it now at johnwetmore.com or click the link below. It's where I go over the 6 basic principles I implemented to go from a struggling agent for my first couple years to issuing nearly $500,000 a month pen. Go through stories and examples and exercises that you can do to implement for yourself. Appreciate it. Again, johnwetmore.com. Get yours. Later. Shoot, I should have ordered through you and not Amazon. John. Veronica, just order another one, girl. We'll send it out. Give it away.
Yo, John.
Got you. I do. I assume she's saying that because I do sign them all when if you order through the website, I sign them. I sign every one of them. Go ahead. I heard a question, but I don't know who it is yet. Do the thing, Amanda. Go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. I get excited. I don't hear you. Thought someone had a question. Maybe not. Anybody else? Last chance. Unmute if you want. Don't be shy.
The books that JY bought from you. Can you hear me?
John, can you hear me?
Yep. I got you. Miriam, go ahead.
The books that JY bought from you that had 8%.
Yeah.
So we brought them back and stuff, and then Priscilla gave us ours and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey. So in our group message, she's like, hey, do any of you all have the one that's signed? And I'm like, oh, I do. And then she's like, okay, we'll switch it out. And I'm like, but I've already highlighted stuff and I have my tabs. She's like, okay, keep it. I'm just gonna have John sign another one.
Yeah, if y'all ever see me at an event, I'll definitely sign them. You know what I mean? It's all good. If you do, or we try to do like, I had this weird thing where if you do it on Amazon, you can get this like bestseller thing. And I had like a hair on my ass, like I wanted to get it because it sounded cool. And then I learned it's like fake as fuck. Like you can sell 6 books and hit bestseller on Amazon. It's dumb as shit because it's bullshit, dude. Yeah. And so Amanda was like trying to convince me to she wants to do them all in house because she likes to control shit too. And I'm like, I really want the fake sticker. And then I got mad that the fake sticker is literally, I think we sold like 12 books on Amazon and they were like, congratulations, bestseller. I'm like, that's not bestseller. Stop it. So then we still have it on there, but all the links everywhere, all go to the website. So we're selling significantly more off Amazon than on it. Yeah, because they put me in bestseller for like, I don't know, the baby giraffe category or something stupid. It was like, it's dumb. Marketing with people. I was annoyed. Yeah. So it's like the blue check mark. It doesn't mean shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know you got the signed one. You made out good.
I did. Yep, I did. I sure did. Lucky one.
There you go.
Thanks.
Love it. Go ahead. Someone else tried to get in one, and I saw someone raise their hand. So,
John, can you hear me?
Yep, I think she got you on.
Sweet.
Yeah,
sorry.
Are you the one ducking? There you go.
Yeah, my mic's like down here. Yeah, what's up?
Got it.
My bad. My mic was fucked up. Yeah,
I can hear you back there though. I can hear you clear when you're up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just real quick. What's the most important mentality to get out of debt and to get out of that hole? What do you think is what you would say?
You want mine or do you want what yours should be?
Sorry, I don't understand.
What mine should be, what
I mean, it's hard because I don't know you a ton. You know, how much debt do you have?
Like 15 grand.
Is it like fucking you up 15 grand or you just pay your credit card bill every month and you're good?
I mean, I'm doing that, but it's also fucking me up.
Why? What's the monthly nut on it? Like, what do you have to pay?
I mean, right now I'm paying like.
Is it credit card? Or is it like someone trying to take your car away?
No, it's like credit card and a loan, and I got chargebacks coming up soon.
Okay. How much of it is like chargeback that you have to pay versus debt you have to pay?
The debt is more. The debt's
roughly
like 10K.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the payment on that?
The payment right now is like $500 a month.
For both things that are debt, the loan and the card?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And then how much carrier debt do you have? $5,000?
Carrier debt,
rest?
yeah, like right around. Yeah, exactly.
Is it one carrier or multiple?
It's like 2. Yeah.
Okay. So a couple grand each one.
Yeah.
What do you sell?
Mainly life.
Life?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So $500 monthly payment. Okay. And the carriers will work with you on debt. You can call and get them to like make half go to your debt and half you get paid on. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't all have to go to debt, depending on the carrier. Most carriers let you adjust it if you have to. But honestly, dude, I'm going to ask you, like, how many apps do you have to sell to make $500 to pay your debt payment? How many apps is it?
Right. I mean, that can be blown out with one. Like,
Okay. Okay.
you know.
Cool. How many appointments do you need to make to sell one app?
Yeah, that depends.
I know, roughly.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
do you need 40 appointments to sell one app, or do you need 2 or 3 or 4?
Yeah, I need like, at this point, probably like 15, 20.
15 appointments to sell one application?
That's always been the last couple of months. My average was better a few months ago, but things have like gone down.
Because you're in your head?
I fucked myself up doing dumb shit. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So if you get out of your head, on average, how many appointments, how many presentations do you have to make to sell an app today? If you get out of your, stop like losing to yourself. Like tomorrow you get on the phone, how many presentations will it take for you to sell one app?
I think if I was doing my best, like maybe 5.
Okay. Now, how long will it take you to book 5 appointments to present? How quick can you get 5 presentations? Roughly. Ballpark.
Last couple of days, I said 5 appointments, but it's
okay.
Like I'm working to get
How
back
many phone
now,
calls do you think it will take you to book 5 appointments? Roughly.
I've been making 100 every day for the last 2 weeks, and I want to bump it up because I just
okay. Do you do something else for work or no?
No, I'm all in on this.
Why do you all in? Define all in, bro.
This is what I'm doing.
Okay. So how long does one phone call take you?
Like a presentation?
No, one phone call. You said you did making 100 phone calls a day to try to book appointments. How long does one take you? If you call me once, how long does it take you?
If you pick up or just
Yeah, most don't pick up of the 100, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay, so how long does on average one take?
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Okay. So you make 100 phone calls at 30 seconds a pop. That's how long?
I'm so bad with math.
Half of 100. It's
right,
50 minutes.
Yeah, 50 minutes. Yeah.
But you just said you're all in and you spend 50 minutes calling people a day.
More. Yeah.
Can I be really direct?
Sure. 100%.
You don't mind at all? You promise?
Promise.
Dude, it's fucking pathetic.
Yep.
50 minutes? But you said you're all in, dude. All in 50 minutes. What do you do with the other 23 hours and 10 minutes a day?
Yeah, it's
what do you
enough.
do? You said you don't work anywhere else. What do you do with 23 plus hours a day?
Not making phone calls.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why you're having a problem.
Yeah.
So you need to work, dude.
100%.
That's it. You know what I mean? Like, stop thinking it's something else. You spend 50 minutes a day prospecting. Dude, I don't know a career that you can be successful prospecting 50 minutes a day.
No, there's no way.
It's not, you can't do anything. Does that make sense? I don't know where you can do that. Imagine what was your last job? Like actual job? Like where you went somewhere? What'd you do?
Last job I worked at Home Depot.
Okay, what if you went to Home Depot for 50 minutes a day?
You're not coming back with much.
Well, no, what would happen?
No, you're fired. You're fucking fired.
Okay. Okay, so you're firing yourself right now.
Yeah.
Except you're also the boss and you let yourself get away with this shit. So you're a really shitty boss to the employee version of yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, you should pretend like you're the manager at Home Depot. And be like, dude, if you don't work, get off the fucking schedule.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because
100%.
again, if you're doing 5 to 1, cool. 20%. All right. Can we improve? Sure. I ain't mad at improvement. But what if, like Tab, you had 15 a day? How many apps would you write now? If 5 gives you 1, how many does 15 give you?
Yeah, that'd be 3 apps a day.
3 apps a day.
Yeah.
Would that solve your problems?
Yeah, it's a game changer.
How quick can you get rid of the carrier debt? 3 apps a day. How quick does that knock out $5,000?
I mean, you're done in a couple months, a month,
couple months,
3.
If you're writing 3 apps a day, 5Gs is out tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so have you read my book yet?
I'm halfway through it.
Have you got to the part about the $1,000 yet? the child support, all that bullshit?
No.
All right. So I'm going to give you the little preview. There was a point in my life that I was pissed over $1,000 a month. It was alimony, not child support. Sorry. It was $1,000 a month alimony that I had to pay that got deferred 5 years and it was due. And I was losing my fucking mind. And a guy who became one of my best mentors, he asked me, he says, and this is what I want you to ask yourself. He says, are you losing your fucking mind over one application a month?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that day, bro, I changed everything in my life. And it's been a fucking wrap since. That day and that question changed my fucking life.
Repeat that again.
He asked me if I was losing my fucking mind over one application a month. $1,000 a month I was stressed over. One client application a month covers that. At $90 policy in the life world. It's a average at best policy. It's not big. It's two baby fucking cheap ass $7,000 final expense policies. And we lose our mind over it. I've been there, dude. And then we sit down and we make 100 phone calls a day and sulk for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? And that ain't working, dude. Right? Fair? It ain't working.
No.
So try a different approach. Try going at this thing like you mean it.
Yeah.
A minute of phone call, dude. 8 hours. I know you're bad at math, but if you can make 60 phone calls in an hour, it means you can make 480 in 8. And 8 hours is what in the world? 8 hours a workday. What percentage of people work 8 hours a day? Most of the fucking planet.
Basically all.
It's average, dude. You're not doing anything extraordinary. You want to be extraordinary? Start at 7 a.m. and dial till fucking midnight and call 3 time zones over where it's still 7 p.m. You want to be fucking nuts? Do that. You're in Georgia, call Hawaii at midnight. It's still sun is out. You know what I'm saying? Like there's opportunity to go at this thing. And you have a license and you're not taking it serious, dude. You know what I mean? You have literally a license to print money. And there's unlimited clients, fair? There's no shortage of clients.
Yeah.
You get them anywhere and you get them all day, every day for free if you want. You can buy leads, sure, but you can walk out your front door and talk to as many human beings as you want about what you do. And you're taking for granted the license you have. Meanwhile, guy like me with the same fucking license you got, I only had to get a 70 to get mine too. And I print fucking money with it. You know what I mean? So for me, my mentality was people didn't believe in me. People didn't think I could provide for my family. People didn't think I could make change. People didn't think I could sell. They didn't think I could communicate well with people. They didn't think I could lead. And my mentality was, fuck you, watch me. I don't know what yours needs to be, but I sure as shit know it needs to be more than an hour a day. Make sense?
Hell yeah.
All right. I got to roll late to a staff meeting. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, man.
You got it, dude.
Thanks, John.